John Beltran back at Stan Lampe Gymnasium at Fort Morgan High School. Here we go. The boys' game about to start. Let's get to the starting lineups. We'll send it downstairs.
Jackson Jenkins. Coaching the Grizzlies is Edward Perez. Assisted by David Preston Jr., Mike Proctor, and Martin DeFay. And now the scorers for New York. Fort Morgan, number 0, junior, Aiden Garber. Number 5, junior, Rodrigo Alvarez. Number 1, senior, Wesley Carr. Number 2, senior, Nathan Kirkman. And number 23, senior, Forrest Jordan.
There you go. Once again, the starting lineup brought to you by B&B Appliance. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, to have exactly what you need and service it to. B&B Appliance. Aiden Garber, Wesley Carnes, Nathan Gherkin, Rodrigo Alvarez, Forrest Jordan for the Mustangs, Louis Pisano for Northridge, Cooper Rose, Zach Van Soest, the leading scorer on this team, Jackson Jenkins, and freshman Drake Walker. And jumping center to begin the game, Nathan Gherkin for Fort Morgan, and Jackson Jenkins for Northridge. And the tip for game number 2 is controlled by Fort Morgan. Check that, Northridge. It's that they have the Maroons just like Morgan. And the 3 is up, and it's off to the right. And the rebound is grabbed by Forrest Jordan. That's off the miss from Van Soest himself. Here is Wesley Carnes. Entry pass to Jordan. Inside to Gherkin. He puts it up, and he missed it. And the rebound is controlled by Jackson Jenkins. The other way, Jenkins with the basketball on the high right. In the right corner now. Bounce pass inside for Van Soest, and it's knocked out of bounds by Gherkin. It will be Northridge basketball. Van Soest to throw it in. Van Soest passed the basketball looking for the cutter. Lobs it to Jenkins. Down low pass was taken away by Gherkin. Here's Alvarez ahead to Carnes, and Carnes will lay it up and in off the Northridge turnover. First time they played, Northridge won 66-43, but this is definitely going to be a tighter game. Northridge girls won tonight handily by a score of 66-13. Here's Pisano just across midcourt. 2-3 defense for the Mustangs. Over to Walker on the high right. Dribbles against Carnes. Knocked away, but taken now by Van Soest. Misses the shot on the right baseline. And the rebound into the hands of Rodrigo Alvarez along the right baseline, and he double dribbled. The Mustangs going into the game for head coach TJ Schneider, 2-11 in league play, 5-13 overall. Northridge, 3-9 in the league, 5-12 in the season. So anybody's game based on the records, despite what Northridge did the first time. Bounce pass to Pisano, met by Carnes on the high right. Cross-court pass to Walker. Left wing 3 is off to the right, and the rebound controlled in the corner by Jenkins. Inside pass to Van Soest, who banks and scores. Give the assist to Jenkins. It's tied at 2. 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. Here's Alvarez on the outside left to Garber. Garber guarded closely over there. Straight away to Gherkin. Gherkin to Alvarez. Utilizing a pick against Pisano. Dribbles behind his back into the paint. Forces up a shot and misses. Try to go bank. Going for the rebound. Nice rebound there by Alvarez. Fighting now. The shot by Forrest Jordan from 15 is missed. And the third rebound pulled down by Jenkins. Long pass to Van Zoost all the way. Scoops it up and a foul as he misses. Looked like he was fouled by Nathan Gherkin. And that'll be his first. The first foul by either side. 2 free throws for Zach Van Zoost, leading scorer this season, averaging nearly 15 points a game. He looks tired already. He bends, he shoots, and connects. Second free throw coming up for Zach Van Zoost. Boy, he looks exhausted. I mean, he's kind of taking deep breaths at the line just 2 minutes into the game, and that one is missed off the back of the rim. Wesley Carnes with a rebound for Fort Morgan. Carnes behind his back, left to the lane. Carnes penetrates left baseline. He's fouled on the floor by Drake Walker. Such a good ball handler that Carnes at times looks like he's out of control, but quite the opposite. And to throw it in will be Carnes. 3-2 in favor of Northridge. 5:56 to go in the first. Carnes looking for the cutter. Bounce pass inside to Alvarez. Now to Carnes in the left corner. Penetrates left baseline all the way. Leans, bangs, and scores. Wesley Carnes averaging nearly 22 points a game this season. It's Carnes 4, Northridge 3. Actually, Carnes 4, Van Zoost 3. And he drills a 3, does Van Zoost. It's 6-4, Van Zoost over Carnes in this game of horse. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Carnes on the outside right between his legs against Walker. Dribbles right to the lane. Backs up from 16 and scores. Wesley Carnes, nothing but string. 2 players deadlocked at 6. 5:18 to go in the first. Walker, middle of the lane. Jump pass to Van Zoost, and he lays it up, and he missed an easy layup. And then a foul by Jackson Jenkins in the backcourt. As Jordan grabbed the rebound, Jenkins with his first. And Rodrigo Alvarez will set up the offense. Yeah, there's at least 3 times the crowd that we had for the girls' game and this boys' game. Alvarez hands it off to Jordan. Jordan at the top between his legs. Left wing to Garver. Garver dribbles left to the lane. Looked like he was fouled, and he was. As he went to the floor, Cooper Rose got him across the wrist. That's foul number 3 on Northridge. The Mustangs have committed 1. Carnes to throw it in. Zavala is in for Alvarez. And substitution, Brendan Peterson checks in for Drake Walker for Northridge. Wesley Carnes lobs it left corner for Zavala. Back out to Jordan. Jordan dribbles to his right of the lane. And then we have an offensive foul. Illegal screen set by Aiden Garver, who was moving, trying to free up Carnes in the corner. That's a turnover by the Mustangs, their second. And Louis Pisano will inbound the basketball to Brendan Peterson. Maybe, come on. Coach Schneider having a conversation. The official has got to keep that brief. The coach is always going to wonder what it's about, but you can't have dissertations out here. Here's Pisano, jump pass on the left wing to Rose. Down low for Jenkins. Inside to Van Zoost, kicks it back out. Pisano fakes the 3. Straight away to Peterson. Now on the left wing is Rose. Into Jenkins. Jenkins leans, banks, and misses. Gherkin goes for the rebound, and he's got it. On the outlet, here's Carnes. Carnes jump pass to Garver out of bounds. Off his left hand. Mustangs now with 3 turnovers, deadlocked at 6, 4:44 to go, first quarter. I'm John Beltran, live from Stan Lampe Gymnasium at Fort Morgan High School. The Northridge girls won tonight, 66-13. Here is Louis Pisano on the high left to Rose. Back to Pisano. High right to Peterson. Chest pass in the corner for Van Zoost. Overhead cross-court pass to Pisano. They move it around to Peterson. Peterson with a left-handed dribble. Picks up the dribble. Chest pass right side to Rose. Here is Louis Pisano on the high left against Wesley Carnes. Mustangs maintain that 2-3. Free throw line Jenkins. Now on the left wing, here is Cooper Rose. Baseball pass, swings it right side to Peterson. He could have pulled up and shot, did not. Overhead pass, Pisano fakes the triple, and then it looked like he traveled. He did on that little hop step. Northridge with 2 turnovers. With 4:08 to go in the first quarter. Low scoring first quarter, deadlocked at 6. And here is Wesley Carnes. Carnes bumped by Pisano, no whistle, leans on the runners, up and no good. Rebound to Gherkin, and Gherkin is fouled. Gherkin going up, he did miss it, but he's going to shoot 2. And the foul was committed by Louis Pisano as first. Gherkin to the line for the Mustangs. Free throw is up and in. Nathan Gherkin has given the Mustangs 7-6 lead. Forrest Jordan is out, and Chase Redding is in. Call your good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen, 970-842-4555. This guy's fantastic. State Farm insurance agent Greg Mullen. Second free throw is in. He's been doing work for decades in Morgan County, and Brush is where his office is located. 8-6, 3:50 to go in the first. Van Zoost entry pass down low here to Michael Wilson into the game. Now to Van Zoost, and there's a foul on Fort Morgan down in the paint. Foul is on Chase Redding. That's Fort Morgan's third team foul. Peterson lobs it right corner. Pisano wide open three. Back rimmed it, no. Nathan Gherkin grabs his second rebound. Gherkin on the outlet, stolen by Pisano. He got lazy, spins, and then he's fouled by Gherkin. I don't think the shot went up. Oh, no, they're going to call a traveling violation. All right, the Mustangs catch a break there. Third turnover by Northridge after Gherkin threw it away. Mustangs have 4 turnovers. Carnes lost control of the basketball, picks it back up, and then it's out of bounds, and Carnes was out of control there. And now the Mustangs have 5 turnovers in this first quarter. They lead 8-6, though, with 3:26 to go. Remember, they lost by 23 the first time around. This should be a much different result. I'm not saying they're going to win the game. Hopefully they will, but certainly more competitive. Louis Pisano, met by Carnes. Bounce pass stolen by Carnes. Carnes ahead of the field will lay it up and in off the glass. Wesley Carnes to the rack. 10-6 Fort Morgan, 3:08 to go in the opening quarter. Pisano on the outside left to Van Zoost, holding the ball up high. Back out to Peterson. On the high left to Pisano, and now in the left corner, Van Zoost. He'll take the three, and he'll throw up an air ball, and the ball is out of bounds off Michael Wilson. That is called pulling the string, big time. And here comes Wesley Carnes the other way with 2:53 to go in the first. And Fort Morgan on a mini run here, hands it off to Garver. Garver at the free throw line, 15-footer, yes! Aiden Garver scores. That's the first field goal by a Mustang other than one by Wesley Carnes. Timeout. Northridge. Fort Morgan now with a 12-6 lead. Fort Morgan just lost to Severance, 87-62 on Thursday. Wesley Carnes had a monster game with 34 points and is off to a good start here. And Fort Morgan can keep this up. Maybe they can completely reverse the trend and win this game big. So here we go. It'll be Louis Pisano to throw it in. In the backcourt to Drake Walker, who checks back in. Walker near midcourt against Carnes. Lobs it left side to Pisano. Now to Wilson. Wilson dribbling to his right against Alvarez. He's going to flip it off over there to Van Zoost. Now to Pisano. Long left wing three is off to the left. And the ball is pulled down and banked up and in. That is Gavin Fossum, who just checked in. He was by himself, not even blocked out. It's 12-8. Alvarez the other way. Left corner for Redding. Dribbles to his right. Spins, turns, and he's fouled as he misses. And Redding better watch out. He got bodied up there by Van Zoost. The foul was called and chased a little bit too close to that defender. I mean, that was a good hard foul. And they're going to call it, is that on Walker instead? Well, I don't know. They might have been jawing at each other. It's not always on the offensive player. They'll call it on Drake Walker. Yep, his second. The Redding free throw is up and in. Chase Redding makes it a 13-8 game. Walker is now out with 2 fouls. Brendan Peterson checks right back into the game. Fort Morgan leads by 5. Second free throw coming up for senior Chase Redding. That is up, and that is barely got to the rim. Rebound, Zavala banks. He misses pretty badly, and Van Zeus pulls down the rebound. Mustangs have to back off a bit. Yeah, got to be careful. You don't want to commit a foul in the back court. Front court, Peterson with the basketball. Left corner, Wilson takes the three. That's short. Van Zeus grabs the rebound, goes up and hooks and misses. And a nice rebound controlled by Alvarez of Fort Morgan, his third. Long pass towards Garver, who's got to save it in. And he does, and it's saved in. And off of Northridge, out of bounds. That's a great play by Garver. Tremendous play by Aiden Garver. What an athlete. Van Zeus blew an easy layup, though, 13-8. Minute 47 to go in the corner. Carnes to trigger it in. And an offensive foul. That somebody said an illegal screen. Come on, guys. That's Zavala that time. Second time that's happened in the first quarter. He can't do that. You cannot throw away a possession, especially off an inbounds pass. Here's Pisano with a minute 39 to go. Cross-court pass to Peterson. On the left wing to Wilson, guarded by Redding. Cross-court to Van Zeus, tipped away, but Van Zeus has it anyway. Entry pass is tipped away by Zavala. Ball is loose. Aiden Garver's got it. Now the Mustangs have to play with some control. Here's Rodrigo Alvarez to Zavala on the right wing. Zavala bounce pass to Alvarez, driving, banking, scoring. That's the way to do it. Z to Rodrigo Alvarez. Nice pass by Zavala. Alvarez with his first points. The lead is 7. Van Zeus the other way. Offensive foul as Garver took the upper chest contact and went to the floor. Van Zeus commits his first. Both teams with 6 turnovers now. That's great defense. Forrest Jordan is now in for Wesley Carnes. With 70 seconds to go in the first. Backcourt pass to Jordan. Forrest Jordan with a left-handed dribble. Over to Rodrigo Alvarez. Alvarez then lost control. The ball is picked up by Peterson, and he banks it in. Your double team back there. What are you doing? Here's Aiden Garver. That's what happened with Alvarez. There's the jump pass into the front court to Forrest Jordan. 15-10, 45 seconds to go. And then a wild shot and a miss by Garver, but he's hacked. Aiden Garver looked like he was almost torpedoed to the floor there, and the foul was committed by Gavin Fossum. Off the miss, and 2 free throws for Aiden Garver. Fort Morgan 15 and Northridge 10. Free throw is up, and that barely got to the rim. There was no arc whatsoever. That was the same type of miss that he had, which could have been the game winner against Mountain View last Tuesday. Let's see if he gets more arc on this. That one is up, and that one is too much. In and out, rebound Zavala. Zavala kicks it back out to Garver. Garver then had the ball stripped. He got it back. Garver looking, bounce pass inside underneath. Alvarez out of bounds. Yeah, you don't want to do that. 8 turnovers in the first quarter. Mustangs not playing well, although they have the 5-point lead. But Northridge has 6 turnovers. Here's Peterson on the high right. Back out near the timeline to Pisano. They might be working for the final shot of the first quarter. Fossum on the high left to Wilson. 20 seconds to go. On the left wing to Pisano. Swings it cross court to Peterson. Peterson with 17. Now to Pisano straight away. Chest pass right wing to Cooper Rose. Rose against Jordan now with 11. Right at the lane, Wilson. He pulls up and scores. Little 10-footer for Micah Wilson. 15-12. 3 seconds to go. Redding with 2. Now to Alvarez at midcourt. Throws it up, and it's off the backboard, and that's the end of the first quarter. Fort Morgan 15, Northridge 12 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm Sean Beltran. Let's hit the second quarter. Fort Morgan 15, Northridge 12. Carnes, Gherkin, Redding, Forrest Jordan, and Rodrigo Alvarez for the Mustangs. Michael Wilson, Cooper Rose, Louis Pisano, Brendan Peterson, and Jackson Jenkins for Northridge. Jordan to throw it in. In the backcourt, the bounce pass to Alvarez, met by Peterson. Alvarez behind his back, on the left wing, all the way, throws up a runner, no, but a foul. That's a nice aggressive move. I didn't even see the foul, neither did Peterson. But it was called by the back official here, called by, I'm not sure who he is, but anyway, Peterson with his first foul. And 2 free throws for Rodrigo Alvarez. And now Redding, does he have a blood issue? He could. He has to be taken out of the game for Aiden Garver. Either blood on the uniform or blood somewhere, I believe. The Alvarez free throws in the air and in. Fort Morgan 16, Northridge 12. Second free throw's upcoming, and that one is short. And the ball is rebounded by Jenkins. He tried to flip it in and did to Rose. Tried to save it, and then he did. Here's Pisano, back out to Peterson. Cross-court pass to Wilson. Long three, yes. Michael Wilson, watch out for him off the bench. He's got 5 points. Northridge now trails by 1, 16-15. Here's Carnes straight away to Alvarez, guarded by Peterson. On the left wing, here is Aiden Garver. Jump pass inside, intended for Carnes. Intercepted by Peterson. Mustangs had 8 turnovers in the first. Now they have their 9th. No look pass by Pisano to Jenkins, fouled by Garver. That'll be the 15th foul. Northridge already with 8 fouls in the opening half. Garver commits his second. Rose to throw it in. Northridge is going for the lead on this possession. On the right wing, wide open. Pisano 3, and he missed it back rim. Long rebound to Alvarez, his 4th. Alvarez on the outlet to Garver. Garver on the high right, now in the corner for Carnes. Penetrates, right of the lane, leans. Shot is blocked out of there by Wilson. Oh, that's a big-time block. Here is Pisano. Cross-court pass out of bounds, intended for Peterson. Northridge commits their 7th turnover. Yeah, not a well-played game so far with all the turnovers committed. 16-15, a minute into the second quarter. Fort Morgan with the lead. They just lost a close one at home a week ago, 61-60 to Mountain View. Forrest Jordan between his legs on the outside left, guarded by Van Soest into the game. Now to Alvarez, has his shot blocked on the left baseline, and they're going to be it's a tie-up. It barely left his hand. Possession arrow Northridge. Yeah, he's giving up about 5 or 6 inches on Van Soest. I'm not sure why Rodrigo thought he could even shoot it over him. He didn't have much separation. Here's the lob on the outside left to Peterson. Free throw line to Rose. Now on the right baseline. Van Soest penetrates, lays it up and in off the glass. He was unguarded. And with Nathan Gherkin not in the area, he was able to score. Van Soest now with 8 points in the game. Carnes loses the ball just across midcourt. And the ball is poked out of bounds. It's off Northridge. Northridge with the lead, 17-16. 6:25 to go, second quarter. I'm John Beltran from Stan Lampe Gymnasium. And to throw it in at midcourt will be Wesley Carnes, in the backcourt to Alvarez. Alvarez with a right-handed dribble. Now he's going to hand it off to Garver. Garver on the left wing. Gets a pick from Gherkin. Pulls up from 16 and misses back rim. Rebound to Cooper Rose of Northridge. On the outlet to Walker. The lob to Rose on the high right. Right baseline to Van Soest. Reverse layup is partially blocked. And he goes up and he misses. And then Rose going for the rebound. It's Jenkins, and then Walker misses the 3. And looked like Alvarez was fouled on the floor. It's taken by Gherkin. Long pass towards Garver. Garver lays it up and in. Gherkin with the assist, and Garver scores. Nice job of the Mustangs sticking with that one. 18-17 Fort Morgan. 5:39 to go. Left corner, Walker, wide open 3. Yes. Drake Walker, unguarded, scores for the first time. Northridge 20, Fort Morgan 18. 5:27 to go, second quarter. Wesley Carnes over to Alvarez just beyond the timeline. Looking for a screen from Carnes. Dribbles to his right. Now to Carnes straight away. He'll take the long 3. It's off the back of the rim. And the ball is ripped down by Van Soest. That is his 3rd rebound. Van Soest, chest pass intercepted by Garver. Intended for Michael Wilson. Long pass to Carnes. Carnes in the right corner with the basketball. Carnes now back to the right wing against Walker. Dribbling to his right. Dribbling right baseline. Spinning, turning, leaning. Lost the ball, got it back. And then the ball's poked out of bounds by Wilson. Man, Carnes can wiggle his way. No wonder he's averaging 22 a game. Timeout, Fort Morgan. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:54 to go, second quarter. Northridge has the lead 20-18 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It'll be Mustang basketball leading is Northridge. They lead Fort Morgan 20-18. I'm John Beltran. Wesley Carnes to throw it into the right of the basket on the offensive end. Out there with Alvarez, Garver, Gherkin, and Forrest Jordan. And did we have another illegal screen set by Garver? Nope, that time it was Jordan. Garver thought it was on him when he looked over at the official. Jordan commits his second foul. 10 turnovers for the Mustangs. Northridge has 8. On the outside left, Van Zoost at the free throw line. He's picked up by Alvarez. Lobs it left wing to Wilson. Wilson into the paint. Right wing Walker fakes the 3, steps in with a green sneakers on the high left to Wilson. Pass straight away to Rose, and he traveled. I didn't even see where Rose traveled. I don't blame him. Yeah, that's a weird call. All he did was shuffle the ball around. Yeah, I didn't see the travel at all, and neither did the Northridge coaching staff, and neither did Rose. 4.5 remaining. The Mustangs can tie with a 2. Carnes working off a pick. Swings it left corner. Garver, 3 in the air. Back rim, no. And the ball is loose. Rebounded by Van Zoost. That's his 4th rebound. On the outlet to Walker. Walker spins into the front court. Jump pass. Van Zoost straight away. Into the paint. Poke from behind by Garver. Picked up by Jenkins. Into the lane to Rose. And he banks and he misses an easy one. Ball is loose. And Gherkin tried to get it for Fort Morgan. And is that going to be a tie-up? Whoa! Watch out. Gherkin got hooked there with Jenkins. Watch out. The officials had to take control there. And that is a tie-up. But once the whistle was blown, you got to stop playing. That was a little bit too aggressive. And the officials had to break that up. They had to break that up. Now the teams are being separated. Let's see if there's going to be a call here. They blew the whistle. There was still more activity. .405 to go second quarter. And Gherkin looked like he kept going a little bit too much. Hopefully they're not going to call something on him. And they've just given these teams a break. But something certainly could have been called. Because Gherkin did not go to the floor. Jenkins went to the floor, and that's what it always looks worse when one player goes to the floor, the other one is standing. They'll proceed to the scores table with the officials. We might have a double technical, I'm not sure. We'll find out. So far, nothing has been called. And we don't have a PA announcer during the game. So we almost have to listen in. Or just watch what's being called here. But the play is stopped temporarily in Fort Morgan. Halfway through the second quarter. Northridge 20, Fort Morgan 18. AD Bob Campbell is by the scores table. There will be a technical foul on both sides. Gherkin and a technical on Cooper Rose. And if somebody's yelling at an official, you know, you got to knock it off. Okay, knock it off. They separated the teams. I heard somebody say that's terrible. You're terrible. You're terrible. Knock it off. Drives me insane. So easy to yell. I mean, that's not easy at all. Will be Fort Morgan basketball. Here's Carnes right of the lane. Swings it right corner for Garber. Dribbles to his left. There's some contact, and there's a defensive foul on Cooper Rose. And that's going to be a bonus situation. Should be. Are they looking up at the board? There you go. Nice job by the back official there. So it wasn't Jenkins, it was Rose that went to the floor. I thought it was Jenkins. Double bonus situation. Rose has committed his 3rd foul, because he also had the technical there along with Gherkin. Double technicals. Aiden Garver with 2 free throws to tie the game. He spins, he shoots, and around and good. Garver now with 5 points. Rose is out, and Louis Pisano back in. Northridge 20, Fort Morgan 19. Second free throw is up and good. Deadlocked at 20. Walker the other way. Lobs at front court for Van Zoost. Back to Walker on the bounce. Swings at left corner. Wilson 3. Good. Man, Micah Wilson is on fire. He's got 8 points, but he's only shot it, I think, 3 or 4 times. Carnes the other way. 23-20. 3:33 to go in the second quarter. Garver on the high left with a right-handed dribble. Guarded by Van Zoost and threw it into the bench of Northridge, intended for Alvarez. 11 turnovers for the Mustangs. Redding and Zavala are in for Jordan and Alvarez. And remember, another technical by either Gherkin of Fort Morgan or Rose of Northridge, and they will be ejected. Pisano straight away. On the outside right to Van Zoost. Overhead pass taken by Wilson. Another 3, and he missed it. Nothing but glass. Rebound, Van Zoost. Banks scores, and a foul. Northridge leads by 5. The foul committed by Zavala, his second. Van Zoost having a big game so far with 9 points and 5 rebounds. Now the free throw for Zach Van Zoost. He bends, he shoots, and misses off to the right. Ball is tipped around, loose in the corner. Nice chase down there by Zavala, Fort Morgan. Zavala dribbles into the lane all the way, has it knocked out of bounds by Wilson. Mustangs retain possession. Northridge in a 5-0 run. Carnes to throw it in with 3:08 to go before the break. Carnes right of the lane to Gherkin. Turns, double team. Now he shoots and scores. Oh, he traveled. He traveled. Gherkin not happy. That's turnover number 12 for the Mustangs. A little bit of an offensive slump right now. Here's Walker straight away, right side to Wilson. He'll take a parking lot 3 and miss it. And the strong side rebound is controlled by Chase Redding. And then his pass is intercepted by Wilson. Mustangs getting very careless in this game. And then a floater's up and missed by Van Zoost. Carnes has the rebound. Fort Morgan, man, they're just very sloppy. And then Carnes nearly lost control of the ball. And I think he got bailed out by the official on a foul. And there's going to be a warning on the Northridge bench. And the foul is committed by Van Zoost. That's his second. Wesley Carnes had 8 points in the first quarter, silent in this one. He will shoot 2. Outstanding free throw shooter for the Mustangs. Outstanding scorer, the best scorer. And that free throw is in. Northridge 25, Fort Morgan 21. Free throw number 2 for Wesley Carnes. With 2:40 remaining second quarter. That's up and that is in. Mustangs are down by 3. Louis Pisano, chest pass, front court to Wilson. Wilson into the paint, throws up a floater, and he misses. And Gherkin goes high for the Mustang rebound. Gherkin on the outlet to Carnes, behind his back, at the top, into the lane. He leans, nearly tied up, back to Zavala, fakes the 3, steps in. Left corner, Garver penetrates left baseline all the way. Jump pass to Redding. Redding head of the 3-point circle, takes a 3, and the game is tied. Redding sinks it. 25-25, 2:09 to go in the second. Walker, left baseline, fades, kicks it back out to Pisano. Pisano with a cross-court pass to Wilson. In the right corner, Van Zoost dribbles by Zavala, jump pass inside to Jenkins, turns, shoots, banks, and scores. Jackson Jenkins makes it a 27-25 Northridge lead. 1:48 to go before the break. Carnes, high right, long 3 is off the back of the rim. Pisano grabs the rebound for Northridge. That is his second board. Pisano with 1:39 to go at midcourt. Northridge 27, Fort Morgan 25. The Wilson 3 is off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled by Jenkins. He turns, he fades, he shoots, and he misses. And the ball is loose. It is picked up by Wesley Carnes of Fort Morgan. Here's Carnes, right wing 3. Back rim, no. Carnes has the rebound. Looked like he was fouled. No whistle. Nice job by Carnes. And then Carnes traveled. Yep, he did travel in the front court. A minute 16 remaining. And Northridge to throw it in. It's Drake Walker with the basketball. The freshman with a minute 11 to go. Free throw line for Jenkins. Jenkins in the right corner to Van Zoost. Overhead pass at the top for Pisano. To his right. Now to Peterson in the left corner. Wide open Walker three. He missed it. And a good rebound there by Gherkin. There's the outlet to Carnes. Carnes with one to beat all the way. Lays it up and in. Carnes to the rack for two. Wesley Carnes now with 12. Tied at 27. 47 seconds to go in the second quarter. Pisano thought about a long three. Didn't take it. Free throw line for Jenkins. Left corner Pisano. Dribbles to his right. Left wing three is off to the left. Gherkin tips the ball, but it's taken by Peterson. Gherkin commits the foul. Yep, that is a Gherkin foul. It's the 18th foul. That's a good call. Peterson to the line. Gherkin with his second. With 34.4 seconds to go. And here is Brendan Peterson to the line. 1-and-1 situation, yes. Northridge 28, Fort Morgan 27. Second free throw's upcoming. And that one is short. Ball is tipped around, and it's batted over to Walker. And then, what do we have here? Must be a Fort Morgan foul on Redding. Double bonus. Should be Redding's third. We'll see. Second or third, either way. Walker free throw good. Northridge 29, Fort Morgan 27. Free throw number two is in the air. Book it. 5 points in the quarter. 5 in the game for Walker. And then we have a whistle. I don't know what's happening. Did we have a timeout? I didn't even see a timeout called. 30.9 seconds to go. Is there an issue with the clock? I don't know. We've had a weird second quarter between two players being assessed technicals. Well, now it's 31.4. Can't be that difficult, right? Gavin Fossum is back in. Who's he coming in for? He got 6 players on the floor. Walker's out. Get it together here. Alvarez to throw it in. Fort Morgan down by 3. Bounce pass was taken initially by Carnes, but now 2 bodies on the floor. There's a tie-up as Peterson went diving for the ball. Stays with Northridge. Goes over to Northridge. And Pisano to throw it in. It's going to take for, oh, geez, now we got a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll get to halftime sometime tonight. Northridge 30, Fort Morgan 27, 29.3 to go. It was 31 seconds about 3 minutes ago. Yeah, been a very odd second quarter. Aiden Garver has got 6 points for the Mustangs. That is 6 shy, though, of his teammate Wesley Carnes. We'll go through all the scoring at halftime. Northridge girls defeated Fort Morgan tonight, 6-13. And Brendan Peterson to throw it in. Peterson looking down low, left corner, Pisano wide open 3, and he missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound to Peterson. He banks and he misses. And then Jenkins goes up and scores. It's too many rebounds there. Way too many rebounds. 32-27. Carnes at midcourt with 12 seconds to go. Now crossing it with 10. Behind his back with 8. Dribbling and then bodied up by Pisano. Puts up a 16-footer, misses back rimmed. And the rebound is controlled. Pisano with 1. Throws up a shot and misses. And that's the end of a very wild second quarter. With the score, Northridge 32, Fort Morgan 27 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustang Halftime Show is brought to you by Morgan Community College on Morgan County's B106. Start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. Well, a wild second quarter. The Mustangs trailed a game 32-27, a 5-0 run for Northridge. And let's run through the numbers for you. We also just a little bit too sloppy on both sides with all the turnovers. I mean, Northridge had 9 in the game. Doesn't sound like a lot, but they're more disciplined than that. And so is Fort Morgan. Morgan with 15 turnovers in the first half. For the visiting Grizzlies, they got 10 points from Zach Van Zoost. 8 in the game from Michael Wilson. Drake Walker with 5. 4 for Jackson Jenkins. Brendan Peterson with 3 and Gavin Fossum with 2. For Fort Morgan, Wesley Carnes has 12 points, 8 in the first quarter. 6 for Aiden Garver. Chase Redding with 4. Rodrigo Alvarez has 3. Nathan Gherkin with 2. And the rebounding situation, Fort Morgan has 19, 5 of those by Gherkin. And Jackson Jenkins has 7 for Northridge. At the free throw line, Northridge has been pretty good. They are 8 of 10. And the Mustangs are 4 out of 6 from the free throw line. Both teams are going for their 6th victories of the season. Fort Morgan at 5-13, Northridge at 5-12 as the mini cheerleaders, MINI, are performing at halftime. So it's an extended halftime break. So what we will do with this extended halftime break, I'll take a break. We'll go briefly to some music, and then we'll come back with a second half in this boys game. Northridge leads Fort Morgan by a score of 32-27 on B106, on the TuneIn app, and on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northridge 32, Fort Morgan 27. Let's head to the third quarter at Stan Lampe Gymnasium. We had the extended halftime break with nice job by the mini Mustang cheerleaders. I love that. You see the future out here and having a great time. And, you know, the only negative behind that is that a lot of the parents who were here, now they take off. They don't watch the remainder of the game. And the crowd has certainly lightened since the halftime show concluded. But then again, I was a parent of small kids once, and to keep them around is not that easy. Not that easy. I'm sure the parents would definitely stay, but with the small ones, it's more of a challenge. Jackson Jenkins, Zach Van Soest, Drake Walker, Cooper Rose, and Louis Pisano for Northridge. Wesley Carnes, Aiden Garver, Rodrigo Alvarez, Forrest Jordan, and Nathan Gherkin for the Mustangs. And Wesley Carnes to throw it in the backcourt of the bounce pass to Alvarez. Alvarez met by Van Zoos, jump pass. That's a horrendous pass. Intercepted, and then did we have a double dribble or something, a violation against Northridge? Well, it was a very weird second quarter, and now it's an odd start to the third quarter. 8 seconds expired, and both teams committed turnover. Garver gets it into Alvarez. Alvarez will set up the offense. Chest pass on the high right to Carnes, back to Rodrigo. Alvarez dribbling to his right, looking left. Swings it to Carnes. Carnes with the left-handed dribble, left baseline, jump pass into Jordan. His shot is blocked, and he's tied up. And that goes over to Northridge. I'm not sure what Jordan was doing there. I mean, you got to go for a shot, but you got guys that are taller. You have to have a head fake or something. Here's Van Zoost in the left corner. Jump pass down low for Jenkins. Turns, shoots, misses. Rebound is controlled by Rose. He goes up, and he's fouled as he misses. Is that going to be Gherkin again with his third? 19 rebounds for the Mustangs in the opening quarter, 18 for Northridge, and the free throw is around and good for Cooper Rose. It's a 6-0 run. This game was tied at 27 late in the second quarter. It's now 33-27. It's now 34-27. Rose goes 2 for 2. Mustangs need a bucket just to gain some momentum back. Carnes at the top for Jordan. Jordan dribbling to his right, hands it off to Garver. Garver straight away, spinning over to Gherkin. Bounce pass in the right wing to Jordan, down low for Gherkin. Gherkin is double teamed, goes up, and then that ball is stripped away. And here is Louis Pisano all the way. He'll lay it up and in, and a foul or an offensive foul. Oh, he dug the left shoulder in. That is tremendous defense there by Wesley Carnes. Offensive foul on Louis Pisano. Turnover number 11 for Northridge. But again, Fort Morgan has done nothing on the offensive end so far in this quarter. Here's Carnes leaning, shooting, scoring! That'll change everything with the little runner with the right hand. You got to have your best player get involved, and that's exactly what happened in the lane. Carnes is fouled. It's an and one. And the foul was on Pisano. He just committed 2 fouls in about 10 seconds. Carnes now with 14. Stops a 7-0 run. And Wesley Carnes to shoot the free throw. He bends, he shoots, and connects. 34-30. Well, the point is still not on the board. What are they doing here? Here is Pisano on the high right. Got to get the point on the board, guys. Baseball pass, cross court to Walker, dribbling left baseline. Down low, here is Jenkins. His shot is blocked. He gets it back. He goes up, misses, but a foul. Finally, they got the point up there. I don't know what's going on at the scores table tonight. And the foul was committed by Forrest Jordan. Jenkins has 8 rebounds tonight. He's going to shoot 2. And the free throw is up and off the back of the rim. Jordan now has 3 fouls, so he's out of the game. Zavala and Redding are back in. Free throw number 2 for Jackson Jenkins. He bends, and we have a lane violation. No free throw at all. Yep. Somebody got into the lane too quickly. Lob in the backcourt to Carnes. Carnes with a left-handed dribble. Takes a long 3, and that's off the bottom of the backboard. An ugly miss. Van Zoost with a rebound on the outlet to Pisano. Inside to Rose. He banks, and he misses. Rebound to Jenkins, and he's fouled again. Can they stop that guy or no? Apparently not. Apparently not. He'll shoot another free throw. The foul was on Garver, his third. Got 2 more free throws coming up as long as they don't commit a lane violation. Free throw by Jenkins is off the left side of the rim. Northridge is kind of keeping Fort Morgan in this game. They've had opportunities, and they cannot convert. Second free throw for Jackson Jenkins in the air, and that's well short. Rebound to Jenkins. Jenkins swings it down low, and it's intercepted by Alvarez. Alvarez over to Gherkin. That's a turnover for Northridge. Here is Carnes. Carnes with the basketball. Carnes looking, and then we have another whistle. Man, this game is unwatchable right now. Officials have to make these calls. Foul is on Jenkins, his second. Carnes to throw it in. We've only played 2 minutes of the quarter. He lobs it on the outside right to Alvarez. Alvarez, left-handed dribble into the paint. He leans, he banks, and he misses. Jackson Jenkins with rebound number 11. There's the outlet to Pisano, now to Rose in the right corner. Van Zest fakes the three, hooks it up, hits the side of the backboard, and that'll be Fort Morgan basketball. And Northridge comes the other way, or Fort Morgan does, with Wesley Carnes. We have 5:44 remaining third quarter. Alvarez at the top, guarded by Walker, dribbling to his right, picks up the dribble, cross court to Garver. Aiden Garver makes a move, left to the lane, all the way, puts it up, and he missed it. Tried to bank it in, the rebound to Pisano. Long pass off the right hand of Van Zoost, out of bounds. Northridge has 4 turnovers in the quarter, 13 in the game. I would not want to officiate this game. Unless things slow down, it's so sloppy. Wesley Carnes between his legs, working off a pick, dribbles to his left, lost it, got it back, swings it left side to Garver. Garver with a right-handed dribble, at the top now for Redding. Redding jump pass to Carnes in front of the Fort Morgan bench and a high left, now to Alvarez. Alvarez behind his back against Van Zoost, gets a pick from Zavala. Looking, hands it off to Carnes. Carnes nearly stripped Carnes all the way, lays it up and in, and a foul. Wesley Carnes doing his thing, can draw the Mustangs to within 1. Van Zoost commits his third. And Brendan Peterson checks in for Van Zoost. Carnes now has 19 points. Well, check that, 17. Not 7 in the quarter, 5 in the quarter. Carnes' free throw is up and in. 34-33. 4:55 to go in the third. Northridge with the lead. The Mustangs have scored the last 6 points. In the right corner, Walker behind the three-point line. Back out to Pisano with a left-handed dribble. Left side to Peterson. Penetrates. He's cut off over there. Then he's fouled from behind by Redding. That'll be the 14th foul. Both teams with 4 fouls. Redding with his 4th. Nope, says his third. Check that. 3rd foul for Redding. Walker lobs it into Peterson. At the top for Pisano. On the right wing, Walker. Jump pass inside for Rose. Rose lost it. Now he got it back on the right baseline against Zavala. Kicks it back out Pisano. Now in the left corner, Walker takes the three and puts it up, and it's short. Ball is tipped around into the Northridge bench. It is off Cooper Rose. The Mustangs can take the lead on this possession. Oh, no, they got 35-34 Fort Morgan. Is that what it says? Did I have that wrong? Maybe I have it wrong. 2, 4, 6. No, that should be. That score's wrong. Here is Carnes, left of the lane. That score is incorrect. Carnes pulls up long 3, and that's off the back of the rim to rebound to Jenkins. That's his 12th. That is not the right score. Here's the lob on the outside right. Walker, jump pass inside. Rose banks and scores. Let me check my numbers again. It should be 36-33. That's the wrong score. Well, they gave the Mustangs 2 extra points. I didn't see those points. Redding threw it behind Zavala out of bounds. That is the wrong score. Somebody should be debating that. The Mustangs should be trailing by 3. Fort Morgan with their 17th turnover. Yeah, they had 27 at halftime, and Carnes has scored the only 6. I don't know where they got 35 from. They added 2 points for no reason. Here's the lob, free throw line to Rose. Back out to Peterson. Straight away to Pisano. Pisano with a dribble to force him into the game. Back to Pisano. On the right wing, here's Drake Walker. Walker bounce pass to Fossum on the right baseline. Jump pass inside to Rose. Now Walker, 3, yes. Should be 39-33, but it says 39-35. It is the wrong score. I'm going to say that again, and then I'll just keep going. Rodrigo Alvarez dribbles by a defender, right of the lane, right corner Zavala. Zavala looks, and he fell down, but he gets it to Langford into the game. Left corner for Redding. Redding to his right, Redding in the paint, hooks, and a foul prior to that, or he traveled. 18 turnovers for the Mustangs. Walker to throw it in. This is why you need people keeping score. I mean, if you have them at the scorer's table, then what are they doing? In the right corner, Michael Wilson into the game. Jump pass, Pisano, long three, and that's an air ball. It'll be Mustang basketball. Now, the Mustangs haven't scored since Wesley Carnes' three-point play, but they were down 34-30 at the time, and it made it 34-33, and somehow he got 2 extra points out of that. I've never seen a 5-point play like that. Here is Alvarez working off a pick from Carnes. Offensive foul. That's a good call. He threw his left hip in there. That's an excellent call. I hate to see it and say it. Good call. The Mustangs with their 19th turnover. And I'm wondering if they'll correct the score at all, because they should be down 6. Drake Walker has the basketball. On the outside right for Pisano. Jump pass to Peterson, the left wing Walker. Now left corner Wilson, 3 is off the front of the rim, and it's rebounded by Rodrigo Alvarez, his 5th. Then Alvarez was fouled in the backcourt. That'll be the 15th foul, and it's committed by Michael Wilson, his 1st. This is Morgan County's B106, KPRB Brush Fort Morgan. Alvarez is out, Jordan is in. I want to see what happens when Fort Morgan scores again. Let's see if they put points on the board. This is easy to calculate because all they have is 6 points in the quarter and all by the same player. Here's Carnes at the top, backs up. He'll take a wide open 3. Yes! Let's see. Now it says 38. I'm telling you, that is the wrong score. 9, yeah. Right baseline, Fossum hands it off to Wilson. There's a foul inside. Foul was committed. I mean, unless I missed something, Zavala commits the foul for Fort Morgan. I don't think I missed anything. In fact, I spotted that immediately. There's the lob to Wilson at the top. Mustangs down 1. Long 3 by Pisano, yes. Louis Pisano scores 42-38. Again, I'll just say what the score is on the board. Here's Carnes. He's fouled. That'll be the 16th foul. Fouled by Pisano, well behind the three-point line. Pisano's committed 4 fouls in the game. And it'll be Anthony Mendez into the game for Zavala. And Jordan to throw it in. Bounce pass to Carnes. Carnes against Pisano on the right wing. Feeds Jordan. Jordan dribbles to his left. Jordan looking, still looking. Backs it out to Langford. 1:39 to go. Langford all the way. Leans and he's fouled as he misses. Strong drive to the basket by Charlie Langford. Foul was on Brendan Peterson, his 2nd. Full timeout. We'll take it with him. 42-38 Northridge. Apparently that's the new score on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Charlie Langford to shoot 2 in a game where the score has been flawed. Free throw is up and off the back of the rim, and it goes in. Charlie got a nice roll. 42. That's the first point scored by a Mustang in this quarter, not named Wesley Carnes. And again, I'm doing the numbers. It should be 42-37, but it's 42-39, now 42-40. Maybe I didn't mark something, but I don't think so. Here with the basketball is Van Zoost, who throws up an air ball, and then I think he committed the foul off the, or no, there's a travel on Van Zoost. That's because he threw an air ball and caught the ball, and you can't do that. It's got to make contact with the rim. Good call. Northridge now with 14 turnovers. Mustangs down by 2 with 1:28 to go in the third. Northridge 42, Fort Morgan 40. Wesley Carnes, left-handed dribble, backs up, takes the long three, in and out. That was halfway down. Drake Walker's fouled in the backcourt. We're going to have too many free throws coming up in the fourth quarter because we have free throws already now. With a minute 18 to go, Langford commits the foul. I can honestly say this is one of the ugliest basketball games I've ever seen. 1-1 here for Drake Walker. And that's why these teams are a combined 10 and 25. It just happens. We saw that at Skyline a couple of Saturdays ago. Free throw is up and no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Reading, I believe. It'll stay with Northridge. Yeah, I just hope if Fort Morgan wins, they win by 3 or more. There's the lob. Into Jenkins, turning around as Van Zoost, and he shoots and misses the 15-footer. Ball's knocked out of bounds off Michael Wilson, Fort Morgan basketball. Here is Charlie Langford. Langford to his right to Jordan. We have a minute 3 to go in this third quarter. 42-40 Northridge. Over to Wesley Carnes. Looked like he was fouled. No whistle. Left of the lane. He leans. He shoots. And he misses off the bottom of the rim. Carnes has the rebound. Goes back up. And misses, but a foul. Oh, it nearly went down for Wesley Carnes again. But he's going to shoot 2. Foul is committed by Van Zoost. That's his 4th. Scored 10 points in the opening quarter. And Cooper Rose will check back in. Wesley Carnes to shoot 2. Free throw is up and in. (42-41) in favor of Northridge. Second free throw is in the air and in and out. Rebound to Jackson Jenkins. That's his 13th. Walker, front court. Lobs it near the free throw line. Off of Rose, intercepted by Chase Redding. Here's the outlet to Langford. 35 seconds to go. Langford dribbles into the paint, lost control. He's totally out of control. And that is taken away by Mendez. Mendez all the way, hands it off to Redding. He banks, scores, and a foul! Chase Redding to the line. And the Mustangs with a lead. 43-42. The foul was committed by Michael Wilson. Redding now is 6. 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. I've got the Mustangs with 14 points in the quarter. This on the book, they've got them with 16, but we'll see. Free throw is up and around and good for Chase Redding. 44-42. They're up by 2. 23 seconds to go. In the third, Walker just across midcourt to Peterson. Peterson dribbles to his left. Bounce pass near the timeline to Wilson. On the high right to Walker. 11 seconds to go. Walker jump pass to Wilson. 15-footer, yes. Michael Wilson has tied the game at 44. Langford with 3 at midcourt with 2. Baseball pass inside to Mendez, who banks and scores at the buzzer. It was deflected to Mendez, and he scored at the buzzer, and the Mustangs lead 46-44 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Aiden Garber to throw it in for the Mustangs, leading Northridge 46-44, headed to the fourth out there with Charlie Langford, Anthony Mendez, Rodrigo Alvarez, and Nathan Gherkin. It is Cooper Rose, Brendan Peterson, Michael Wilson, Drake Walker, and Jackson Jenkins for Northridge. Langford into the paint. He's trapped over there. He's got to kick it back out and does to Mendez. Dribbling right baseline. Hands it off to Alvarez. Right of the lane. Spinning. Turning. And then to try to throw a bounce pass. And the ball is loose. Picked up by Peterson. And then he's got a long pass to Wilson. And Wilson will bank and score. Michael Wilson has 12 points in the game. The Mustangs with their 20th turnover. And we're tied at 46. Mendez traveled. Bad start to Fort Morgan in this quarter. That is 21 turnovers. Northridge with 15. Tied at 46 with 7:25 to go in the game. Here's Wilson dribbling to his right. Jump pass is tipped away, and it's loose, intercepted by Garver. Northridge turns it over. Here's Langford. Langford on the outside, left behind the three-point line. Now in the corner to Mendez, dribbling to his right. Mendez to Rodrigo Alvarez. Three in the corner off the top of the backboard. Cooper Rose has his fourth rebound. Now to Walker. Walker, the freshman, into the paint. Left corner, Wilson, wide open three. Yes. Micah Wilson has given Northridge a three-point lead. He's got 15 points in the game, 49-46. Here's Aiden Garver. Garver on the left wing. Bounce pass to Alvarez, hooks it up, and he missed it. Rebound to Jackson Jenkins, his 14th. There's the outlet to Wilson. Wilson, high right, long three, and he missed it. Front rim. Anthony Mendez grabs the rebound for the Mustangs to Alvarez. Alvarez, middle of the lane. Alvarez was tied up by Walker. Possession arrow, Northridge. Good defense. Carnes, Redding, and Jordan are back into the game. (51-46) in favor of Northridge. Did they just give them 2 points? What's going on here? It should be, I don't know what's going on. Here's the entry pass, tipped away, right wing. Walker takes the three, good. They have screwed up the score so badly here. It's incomprehensible. Here's Carnes the other way. Carnes is fouled on the floor. Yeah, this is a massive screw up with the score. And the foul was committed by Brendan Peterson, his third. Yeah, they just added points. 3, 6, 8. The Mustangs led 46-44. It should be 52-44 and not 54-46. Free throw is good by Wesley Carnes. I can't believe nobody's clarifying this. I mean, now at least they have the right margin, but they have the wrong score. Second free throw by Carnes is good. Yeah, Fort Morgan's only scored 2 points in the quarter, yet they've got, and there's a steal, out of bounds. All right, now I think they finally corrected it. Let's see, now Fort Morgan has 48 points, 2-5-8. No, it's still wrong. 52. No, they took the points. I don't know. We'll get to it here in a second. Wilson on the high right. At the free throw line for Rose. Back to Brendan Peterson straight away. Now to Rose. And it's tipped from behind into the hands of Forrest Jordan. And then Northridge is going to get the ball back after Chase Redding carried the ball. I mean, we can't even do simple math here. Fort Morgan has 48 points. They have finally corrected that. But Northridge should have 52. So they gave Fort Morgan 2 points. Now they've given Northridge an extra 2. And nearly tripped up his Peterson. Straight away, three by Rose. Back rim, no. Nathan Gherkin with a nice rebound. Gherkin to Garver, left baseline. Garver jump pass to Gherkin. Gherkin all the way. They tried to scoop it up, no whistle, and Jordan tried to save it in out of bounds. This is just getting to be a mess. This is getting to be a complete mess. It's almost difficult to even call, as you can tell. Yeah, Fort Morgan was up 46-44. Well, okay, they still have 48. No, they haven't corrected that. They have not corrected that because it should have been a tie game. All right, so that's what's going on. And nearly a steal by Carnes in the backcourt off the inbounds pass. There's the lob on the outside right. They still gave Fort Morgan 2 extra points. But they've given Northridge 2 extra points as well. And there's the lob into Jenkins. He turns, he shoots, and scores. Jackson Jenkins a few feet away, and a technical foul. A technical foul. I believe that, let's see, is that against Redding? They're pointing towards him. It is a tech, and the Mustangs are down 8. Free throw is off the back of the rim, no good. So they do have the right margin on the board, but they have the wrong score. And it was Reading with a tech. Drake Walker will attempt a second free throw. I hope I never have to do a game like this again. 5 minutes to go. Second free throw good. 57-48. Rose to throw it in for Northridge. This is their biggest lead. There's the bounce pass to Pisano just across midcourt. Now to Walker. Walker right side to Peterson. Peterson bounce pass to Walker and fouled by Carnes. He just nearly came down on top of him. 4:49 remaining in the game. Carnes has committed his second. Walker again to the stripe. 9th team foul against Fort Morgan. Walker bends, shoots, and scores. 58-48, or in my book, it's 56-46. Second free throw is up, around and good. It got rim, it got glass, it went down. The lead is 11. Northridge in total control now with 4:47 to go in the game. Garver dribbles into the paint all the way, banks and scores. Nice move by Aiden Garver. Timeout, Fort Morgan. 59-50. With 4:41 left, we'll keep it right here. We have no idea how long this last 4:41 is going to take, but this game started at 7 o'clock. We did have an extensive halftime. But by the time this game is over, we're going to be looking at close to an hour, 45 minutes of game time, maybe an hour 50. And it's not been that enjoyable to watch, to be honest with you. The Mustangs with 22 turnovers, Northridge with 17. On top of that, the scores tables messed up the score. On top of that, there's been multiple technicals. And here we go. Carnes, Jordan, Zavala, Gherkin, and Garver for the Mustangs. Rose, Jenkins, Walker, Pisano, and the inbounds pass for Brendan Peterson for Northridge. Here is Drake Walker, the freshman. On the outside right to Pisano. They're going to spread this thing out. Walker lobs it to Pisano on the right baseline. Maintains the dribble. Bounce pass back out to Peterson near the timeline now to Walker. Walker against Garver. Walker on the left wing. Walker bounce pass went behind Cooper Rose out of bounds. Good defense by the Mustangs. But can they convert offensively? Because all they've gotten tonight is a lot of scoring from Wesley Carnes, who has 24 points in the game, 12 in each half. Jordan lobs it backcourt for Garver. Garver with a right-handed dribble. Garver crosses over and then falls, but it's picked up by Jordan. Left baseline to Gherkin all the way. Reverse layup up and in off the glass. Nathan Gherkin, it's 59-52. 3:57 to go. It's still anybody's game. And then Walker lost control and nearly in the backcourt, picked up by Peterson. Bounce pass to Walker. Walker straight away in the bounce pass now to Louis Pisano. 3:43 to go. Free throw line to Jenkins on the outside left. Walker. They're going to spread this thing out and eat up clock. Down to 3:33 to go. Walker on the left wing to Pisano, guarded by Carnes. Don't want to foul. Double bonus situation on both sides. Jump pass to Jenkins all the way. And then a defensive foul as Garver goes to the floor, and that's a good call. He was moving. Jenkins to shoot two. Yeah, Garver took contact, but I thought he was moving. That is 4 fouls on Garver. And 2 free throws for Jackson Jenkins. 3:26 to go in the game. 59-52 Northridge. Yes, with a free throw. Jenkins is now 1 out of 4 from the line, and Zach DeZoost, how about Zach Van Zoost, is checking in with 4 fouls. They finally added the point. Man, they've been struggling at the scores table tonight. Second free throw, yes. 61-52. On the outside left, here is Garver, and he fades, he shoots, air ball. Gherkin goes up, and that shot is blocked by Jenkins. Blocked away and taken by Northridge. Walker jump pass on the outside right to Pisano. Now to Walker, backs up with 3:05 to go in the game. Walker looking, jump pass over to Van Zoost, overhead pass right wing to Peterson. Under 3 minutes to go. Northridge 61, Fort Morgan 52. Near the right corner to Peterson, and he's fouled by Gherkin. 2 free throws for Brendan Peterson. I've got Gherkin with his 4th. Brendan Peterson connects on the free throw. He's got 4 points. Northridge 62, Fort Morgan 52. The numbers will not add up at the end. Like I said, it should be 60-50, but enough of that. I've been harping on that way too long. Second free throw for Brendan Peterson is in the air, and that one is well short. Nice block out by Forrest Jordan for the rebound. Here's Wesley Carnes behind the three-point line on the right side. Carnes maintains the dribble over to Zavala. Zavala takes the 3, and he misses back rim. Jenkins with his 15th rebound on the outlet to Pisano. Pisano still in the backcourt. Baseball pass front court is taken by Van Zoost. Overhead pass now to Peterson. 2:28 to go in the game. Walker penetrates left baseline. Jump pass to Jenkins. Now to Pisano on the left wing to Peterson. And there's a foul. Boy, Zavala's got to play the ball there. He almost did not play that ball. Zavala commits his 4th. Mustangs, I have with 4 fouls. I've got Garver, Gherkin, Redding, and Zavala. And now Brendan Peterson back to the line. 2:21 remaining. Spins, shoots, misses. Short. Second free throw is upcoming. Borrow locally from people you know at Equitable Savings and Loan, providing personal bankers to help you through all the steps. Second free throw good. Equitable-savings.com. Northridge has matched their biggest lead, and it's a timeout. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go in Fort Morgan. Northridge 63, Fort Morgan 52 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustangs have a lot of work to do tonight. They trail 63-52 to Northridge with 2:21 to go in the game. Forrest Jordan to throw it in. Backcourt pass to Wesley Carnes. Carnes into the front court. Going to hand it off to Garver. Garver cross court to Zavala. Zavala baseball pass inside to Gherkin. Puts it up and in. On the left baseline, Nathan Gherkin scores. And now we have another timeout by the Mustangs. Gherkin now with 6, 63-54. 2:09 to go in the game. 30-second timeout. Well, the officials have earned their money tonight. And there's a shortage of officials. Bob Campbell just announced that at halftime. Shortage of game officials. So you got to applaud these guys. Cooper Rose to throw it in. Rose in the backcourt runs the baseline. And I thought he could run the baseline. It was a made basket. And what happened here? They called something on Langford, I'm not sure. All right, we'll do it again. There's the inbounds pass to Walker. He might have been on the end line, Charlie Langford. And then we have a defensive foul at midcourt off the pass. Mustang fans don't like it, but again, that's the right call. You're not in position. Players moving, and Garver's fouled out. He fouls out with 8 points. TJ Schneider thought he was set. I'm not so sure about that. I am not so sure about that. But he is defending his player, which you have to do. Drake Walker to shoot 2. That was a pass at midcourt that Garver went to the floor. But it looked like that he was not completely planted. I don't know, Garver's still on the floor. Maybe I've got that wrong. Free throw is in. Yeah, now he's out. Walker has taken a bunch of free throws in this quarter. It's 64-54 free throw good. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Northridge shouldn't even pressure because it's just going to get Fort Morgan into the front court quicker. Here's Charlie Langford on the outside left. Picks up the dribble, feeds Carnes, left of the lane, jump pass to Jordan. Jordan swings it right side, Gherkin. He'll take a 3, and that's short. And a foul. There was a hooking foul. And a technical. This is unwatchable. Another technical call that might be on, it's on Van Zoost. I think they called the foul on him and then a technical, and he's been ejected. Van Zoost has been ejected. What's going to happen now? Are you going to have 4 free throws in the ball? Yeah, they got to take him out. Van Zoost has got to leave. He's got to leave the playing area. He mouthed off after being called for a foul. And now we're going to have free throws from Wesley Carnes, and Fort Morgan's going to get the ball. They're down 11 with 1:50 to go. Everybody who's working is earning their money tonight watching this, which unfortunately is bordering on trash. I mean, just no fluidity whatsoever. I thought the Skyline game was rough 2.5 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I believe it was 3 weeks ago today. This is worse. And we started play at 7 p.m. It's almost 8:40, and we still have 1:50 to go. And this 1:50 could take at least 10 minutes. So we had the foul on Van Zoost. He was assessed the technical. So Wesley Carnes is sitting at the free throw line at 65-54 Northridge with 1:50 to go. And there's discussion between TJ Schneider and one of the officials who made that tech call. So we've had, I believe that's, 3 or 4 technicals, 4 technicals, an ejection now of Northridge's Zach Van Zoost. And I think the officials are convening. Is this going to be 2 free throws in the ball or 4 free throws? Because you had a tech and then there was an ejection. That might signal 2 techs. And that's what I think they're discussing. Is it 4 free throws in the ball or 2? Again, conversing with TJ Schneider because that could change this game. Well, still don't have an answer. Bank of Colorado believes in keeping things simple. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home fully online. Visit bankofcolorado.com for all the information today. And since 2003, Western Engineering Consultants has been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com for more. That's Western ECI. Western Engineering Consultants. Pisano, Peterson, Walker, Rose and Jenkins for Northridge. And again, we have to see what's being discussed. Now we have Pisano going to the line. What's going on here? Was it a tech on both sides? I don't know. Now, Louis Pisano for Northridge. I have no idea what just happened. There's no clarification here. Free throw is good for Pisano. 66-54. Nothing is good about watching it. 67-54. All right, so, yeah, there was a foul, I guess, on Fort Morgan is what it was. So, because of the technical, now Carnes to the line, and he drills a free throw. (67-55). Another free throw is good. Now he's going to take two more. So, yeah, it is 4 free throws. I'm just not sure what happened when the other free throw was taken by the 2 by Pisano. Carnes makes another one. Another free throw is up, and that looks good, and he misses. Oh, man, he missed it. I've got Carnes with 25 points. Oh, check that, that's wrong. 27 points for Carnes. 67-57. Carnes to throw it in. There's the lob into Langford at midcourt. Hands it off to Carnes. Carnes dribbles to his right against Peterson. Hands it off to Jordan. Cross court to Langford. Langford behind the three-point line. Now to Carnes. And Carnes through a right elbow or shoulder. Offensive foul. Carnes with his third foul. That's a turnover as well. Let's see if they start fouling, and Jordan fouls Walker. This is completely unwatchable now. Now all we're going to do is foul. Jordan commits his 4th. Drake Walker back to the line where he's been shooting free throws forever. Walker has made 5 in a row. He's got 16 points in the game. And that one is good. He's made 6 in a row. Walker has made 7 in a row. That's good as well. 69-57. Minute 30 to go in the game. Langford left of the lane, and he threw it towards Carnes in the corner, out of bounds. Turnover, Fort Morgan. And I guess there's going to be more fouling here. 24 turnovers for the Mustangs. (69-57). Again, it should be 67-55. Peterson lobs it, poked it out of bounds by Gherkin near midcourt. This is like a bad meal. I didn't think you could have a bad meal, but this is a bad meal. Peterson. Oh, that's an over and back. Pisano caught it in the front court, then dribbled into the back court. And that is called against Northridge. I mean, now I've seen everything. 19 turnovers. Mustangs down by 12 with 1:27 to go. Lob in the backcourt to Carnes. Carnes met at midcourt by Peterson. Carnes dribbles to his left. Takes a long three. Back rim, no. Ball is loose on the floor. There's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow. Fort Morgan with 1:14 remaining. And Carnes to throw it in. And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Schneider. It'll be Fort Morgan basketball down 69-57. Wesley Carnes has 15 points in the second half, 27 in the game. The Mustangs actually led 46-44, even though it should have been tied. after 3. Northridge in this quarter has scored 23 points, but they have them for 25. So instead of taking 2 away from Fort Morgan to even the margin, or to get to an accurate margin, they gave Northridge 2 extra points. I've never seen anything like this in my life at a high school game, never. I've seen the score messed up, and I've seen it wrong at the end of the game, but never like this, where the score is incorrect for both teams. It's emblematic of the absolute mess we have seen on this basketball court. And again, the ones I commend the most are the officials. This is not an easy game to officiate at all. And the players, of course, are playing hard. No question about it. Very, very physical game. Carnes to throw it in. Looking, still looking. Baseball pass near the top to Langford. Langford takes a 3, and that's good for Charlie Langford. Well, that draws Fort Morgan to within 9. Let's see if they foul now. Here's Drake Walker in the backcourt. Jump pass to Pisano. He's fouled. He goes to the floor. Fouled by Charlie Langford. That's his 3rd. 2 free throws for Louis Pisano. Still 59.6 seconds to go. Free throws in the air, yes. Northridge 70, Fort Morgan 60. That one's up and in. There's Langford across the timeline. Langford swings it right corner. Gherkin, 3 in the air. Front rim, no. Ball is batted around to Zabala, and Zabala hooked with a left forearm and commits the offensive foul. Tight officiating, but that's, I mean, it's the right call. Zabala's fouled out. That was the right call. I hate to say it. You can't clear out like that. I mean, I've got a great angle here. Now to throw it in is Cooper Rose. There's a baseball pass for Peterson. Peterson left baseline, and then he's fouled. Foul by Jordan. That's going to be a second player foul out. Even if it's Redding, he's got 4 as well. Well, it's Redding. Yeah, this is awful. It's not that he fouled out, just the whole thing. The whole thing tonight. Second quarter, it started like that. Chase fouls out with 7 points. Again, not on a player, just this whole product out here tonight. Brendan Peterson to shoot 2. Free throw is in. (72-60). Second free throw in the air. That is in and out. Rebound to Langford. Langford for Fort Morgan in the corner. Backs it out to Gherkin. Gherkin left of the lane, leans, shoots, and scores! And a foul. How about that? Nice move by Nathan Gherkin. The foul on Cooper Rose is 4th. Gherkin now has 8 points. Well, we'll see more fouling because you have to, right? Free throw is in and out. Rebound to Jenkins. He's had a huge 16 rebounds. Now to Walker. Now they're going to have to foul. Walker to Peterson to Walker. Walker front court. Foul with 29.5 seconds to go. Foul by Langford. But you fouled the wrong guy. This guy's made 7 free throws in a row. With 29.5 seconds to go. Walker bends, shoots, and scores. Drake Walker, a freshman, has got 19 points tonight, leading Northridge. Michael Wilson was hot early in this game. He's in for Brendan Peterson. If Fort Morgan doesn't score on their next possession, you call off the dog. Second free throw good. Because now you're down 12. Here's Jordan with 26 seconds. You got to score here. Don't foul if you don't score here. Langford, left corner, Gherkin. His shot is up. That's an air ball. Walker kicks it out. Yeah, you don't need to foul now. Here's Pisano, and I don't know why they're doing that. That's just ridiculous. Mendez commits the foul. They don't need to do that. The game is over. Why are we fouling? Hey, now Louis Pisano to the line. 15.9 to go. Free throw is up, and he missed it off the back of the rim. Free throw number 2 is coming up for Pisano. Mustangs down 12, 74-62. And that one is good. 31 points in the quarter for Northridge. I don't even know why Northridge is pressing. That's even more ridiculous. You're up by 13. Just get back on defense. Here is Carnes backing up. Can't take that three. Bounce pass to Langford. 4 seconds to go. His three is in and out. And the rebound to Rose, and that's the game. I don't know why Drake Walker put up a half-court shot at the buzzer. Just stupid. That's ridiculous, too. What are they doing? Hold on to the ball. Final score. Northridge 75. Fort Morgan 62 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustang Postgame Show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you have purchased for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water. Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy 970-571-2024. We just saw a basketball game that was fairly disgraceful tonight. Northridge wins 75-62. It was 32-27 Northridge at the break, 46-44 Fort Morgan after 3. They gave Fort Morgan 2 extra points when they didn't have it. Then they gave Northridge 2 additional points in the fourth quarter as they outscored Fort Morgan 31-16. Let's go through the scoring totals. 20 points for Drake Walker, 15 in the game for Michael Wilson. You had 8 from Louis Pisano. Next up in the scoring column, 8 as well for Jackson Jenkins. And then Brendan Peterson had 6 points, 4 for Cooper Rose, and 2 for Gavin Fossum. So that's how they got to, I think I mentioned Peterson was 6. For the Mustangs, 27 from Wesley Carnes, 8 apiece from Aiden Garber and Nathan Gherkin. Chase Redding with 7. Charlie Langford with 5. 3 for Rodrigo Alvarez. 2 points for Anthony Mendez. The Mustangs with 25 turnovers and Northridge with 19. The free throw shooting was another issue altogether. I mean, this was something that hopefully we'll never see again. The Mustangs at the break from the free throw line were 8 of 10. There were 16 free throws taken in the first half and 42 in the second half. Northridge was 23 of 34, and Fort Morgan was 19 of 24. So the Mustangs shot very well from the line tonight, but out-rebounded 34-24. Jackson Jenkins had 16 rebounds for Northridge. Nathan Gherkin with 5 to lead the Mustangs along with Rodrigo Alvarez. And with a victory, Northridge is 4-9 in league play, 6-12 overall. The Mustangs 2-12 in the league, 5-14 on the season. Mustangs back in action on Tuesday at home against Roosevelt. Girls and boys 5:30 and 7 right here on B106. I'm John Beltran. The final scores once again tonight. The Northridge girls beat Fort Morgan 66-13, and the Northridge boys rally to win 75-62 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.